Common requirements for loop size and shape vary depending on the local utility and electrical code. However, generally, the following guidelines are commonly observed. Firstly, loop size should be large enough to allow for the thermal expansion and contraction of the conductors without causing damage. Typically, the loop is several feet in diameter. Secondly, loop shape should be shaped like an inverted U or an S to provide a smooth transition from the underground conduit to the meter base. The fine print note associated with National Electrical Code Section 300.5J provides guidance on how to protect conductors from damage due to expansion and contraction. It mentions the use of expansion joints as a possible solution. However, a fine print note is not a mandatory requirement like an exception. It is simply an advisory note that offers suggestions or recommendations. The requirement in National Electrical Code Section 300.5J applies to installations where the expansion and contraction of the conductors may cause damage. This includes situations where an expansion joint is installed. However, the specific loop size and shape may vary depending on local requirements. To ensure that cables are arranged to prevent damage to the enclosed conductors, the following best practices can be followed. 1. Install an expansion joint to accommodate thermal expansion and contraction. 2. Create a loop in the conductors with a diameter large enough to prevent excessive bending or stress. 3. Use conduits and fittings that are large enough to accommodate the looped conductors without crushing or damaging them. 4. Secure the conductors to the conduit walls using cable ties or other approved methods to prevent them from moving or rubbing against each other. The contractor's interpretation that adding an expansion joint automatically satisfies the requirements of National Electrical Code Section 300.5J is incorrect. While an expansion joint can help reduce damage due to expansion and contraction, it does not eliminate the need for a proper loop in the conductors. The loop provides additional flexibility and protection to ensure that the conductors are not subjected to excessive bending or stress.